Hi folks, finally we are back with a brand new fantasy battle report. 1000 points, the Empire versus the Vampire Counts. Yeah, we are both very excited because it's the first battle in 2023 for the Warhammer Fantasy Battles, and we are really looking forward to present you today's battle.
Okay, before taking a closer look at the armies, let's take a look at the table. It's cobblestone once more and some ruins and a hill. I think it's kind of scary. Yeah, I don't know which moving box our graveyard is in, so we couldn't put it onto the table, but I think it's scary enough. Okay.
I think it's Sylvania, and the Vampire Counts have just desolated a village, and the Empire tries to strike back at the wild vampires.
But they didn't have had much time, because all they got was a small regiment of swordsmen, 20 of them, with full command. This was our banner, but it broke. So my piece of advice is, don't ever play with painted minis. The second regiment consists of 19 models. They're better armed and they'll be joined by a character later on, my halberdiers. And we've already used my Empire, and we decided on not tailoring the army list too much, so it's mainly the same, but whereas my crossbowmen were a detachment of the swordsmen in the last battle, they are now a detachment of the halberdiers. Because if the first of my characters, if the warrior priest joins them, they get hatred, and if he successfully casts a prayer, the detachment will benefit from it. Okay, my second character is a captain. It's my battle standard. He's got a great weapon, full plate armor and shield. So 3+ and a 6+ ward save because of his shield. And as a captain he's got hold the line, which means I can roll 3 dice for lots of leadership based tests. He's got a great weapon too, and my warrior priest has got a heavy armor and shield, and his battle prayers, and my army commander is a grand master, immune to psychology, master of battle. Got a great weapon of course, and a talisman of preservation, which means it's another ward save of 4+ combined with his 1+ normal save, because of the horse with its spotted armor, his full plate armor and the shield. And last but not least, I've got 3 demigryphs. It's a rather expensive unit, but I thought they might be better than the cannon, because for the cannon to be effective I would have had to field an engineer as well, and so they are equal. Around, the cannon would have been around 100 somewhat points plus engineer, and so I have paid around 204 points for 3 demigryph knights. Monstrous cavalry. Okay, and that's it for my small Empire army. I think they are exactly 1000 points.
Well, these are the 1000 points of Vampire Counts. Leading the army as a lord is a necromant, a level 3 wizard, who has also the talisman of preservation and the law of vampires. We already roll for the spells, and he got the signature spell, the invocation, and furthermore the dance macabre and unholy power. That's the second spell of the law of the vampires. Furthermore, I have as a hero from the hero section a vampire, Nepomuk from Karstein. He has a heavy armor and a magic sword, giving him 2 additional attacks. He has a level 1 wizard from the lore of vampire, and he also have the invocation spell, hopefully to invoke loads of zombies later on. As a vampiric power, he has the Red Fury, which gains him an additional
That's great.
additional attack per
Killed model.
for caused a wound. Yeah. For the main army are a huge, a huge regiment of zombies, 40 in total, in which I will put my army commander, the Necromancer. Furthermore, I have a total of 14 ghouls, including a ghoul champion. From the elite section, I have the Grave Guard, consisting of 20 models, including a champion and a standard bearer. And finally, I've got 2 Felbats, which are unfortunately assembled on a round base. Sorry for that, guys. I have to rebase it for the appropriate square bases, but I think for today's battle they will fit. Okay, that are the 1000 points of vampire counts.
Both armies have been deployed. I rolled higher, so began deploying. I've only got 3 regiments because my army commander joined the Demigryphs, whereas my warrior priest joined the halberdiers. Maybe they don't have shields because of their both-handed weapons. Maybe they'll benefit from one of his prayers. And my captain joined the swordsman. As you can see, I put my Demigryphs at the right side and all of them huddle together, I hope, so that all of them can benefit from the captain and the detachment as well. Alex has put his fell bats at the utmost edge next to his zombie unit, and we've got the scary grave guard, and then the ghouls. That's quite tricky. If he succeeds in casting the feared, what is it called? The Invocation of Nags spell, and puts lots of regiments of other zombies around him in between my units.
That's the other
Okay.
Invocation is I can only
Can you summon
more zombies to the existing unit, but I can't cast new units.
Okay, so which one is the one which you use to put new
To
units
raise new units
in front of cannons and stuff like that?
I know what you mean. It's the most feared spell of you, but
Okay.
I think it's the
Invocation of the Dead. Yeah,
it's
maybe.
the 4th spell of the vampire lore.
Okay, and we've already rolled to see who goes first. I rolled a 2, but got +1 for deploying first. Alex rolled a 2, so it's my turn. We'll be back after movement. Okay, welcome back. Nothing much has happened during my first turn. They marched towards the enemy and they benefit from the immune to psychology because of the Grandmaster. They just moved a little and my detachment shot some cross bolts at the Graveguard, but only
Killing one.
succeeded in killing one of them. During the magic phase, I had 8 dice, whereas Alex had 6. I successfully cast Righteous Fury, which should me help to re-roll to wound rolls in close combat, but I'm sure that no close combat will occur till the next friendly phase. Only the Felbets might be so fast. And I also cast Shield of Faith, which would give the Halberdiers as well as my detachment a 5+ ward save. Okay, and that's it for my first player's turn.
Okay, we are back at the end of the movement phase of the vampire counts. My whole army marched towards the main body of the Empire forces, whereas the Felbats flew on my right flank towards the enemy. We then started the magic phase, and because I lost one Graveguard, one brave Graveguard soldier, I wanted to
It started well for you because we rolled 8.
Yeah, we rolled 8 dice, and I even
6 for
channeled
me.
one, so I've got 9 power dice in total. And I played Invocation with 3 dice, and fortunately I succeeded in casting the spell, but unfortunately with a total power.
So it's a miscast.
So my Graveguard is invoked, that's the good news. And
Now let's
unfortunately now I have to roll on the miscast.
These little undead fuckers die. I hope.
On the miscast table, what happens to my vampire and his regiment. Okay, let's roll. Okay, it's a 6. This means catastrophic explosion. You have to put the
Explosion sounds great.
the 3-inch
It's a good friend. I've already
dire.
put it next to your regiment.
Okay, place it over the vampire.
The vampire?
Yeah.
That's
Because
great.
he has cast a spell.
Let's say none of those. But
Oh, they will receive a hit, a strength 10 hit.
okay, this will do most of them.
Additionally, the power dice amount is reduced by 1d6.
That's your least problem.
So, okay. And I have to put it on the vampire, and he can't use the lookouts special rule for this. He has really to roll for the...
So let's do the vampire first.
So,
all of them are...
Okay, the vampire.
are hit, except
First.
the one of them. The one in the utmost edge.
Okay, I think for all it's a 2+ to wound for the vampire. Okay, he got a strength 10 hit, but unfortunately he has the he has 2 wounds, so he should choose one. Or can he use his?
So luckily he's got
his war save by the shield, or is it not possible? Oh, he has no shield at all. I see. Okay, so
and I think not even a shield would have helped against magics. Okay, so he's lost a wound, and now everybody except this one over there.
Okay, so 20.
So none of them, let's say, but all apart from this one. So it's 20 on a 2+.
Okay, 20. I rolled 10 dice for the first 10 guys. So at least one survived.
Okay.
And
but don't
no
worry.
one. Okay, they
all can be resurrected.
Dead except 2.
Yeah.
The one who's not under the template, and one survived during this strange tough.
So you've got 2 left.
Okay. Okay, we'll figure it out. And because
then be back.
Yeah.
I think you won't play other psychic powers.
I can use my necromant maybe.
Okay.
To invoke another bunch of Graveguard, but we remove the casualties and
tell
we'll
you
be back soon.
The result afterwards. maybe at the beginning of my second turn. Okay, that's the end of my second turn. At the end of Alex's first turn, the Necromancer succeeded in using, because of the law attribute, because the vampire had successfully cast one spell, he was able to get 1 wound back, so he's still on 2 wounds. During my turn, I advanced a little, and then during the psychic phase, during the magic phase, I succeeded. Alex cancelled my Hammer of Sigma, but I succeeded in getting the Shield of Faith. During the shooting phase, my crossbowman succeeded in killing 1 of the 2 remaining survivors of the Grave God, so there's only the champion left, the beautifully painted champion, and the vampire. And now it's on to Alex's second turn.
Well, that's the end of the second turn of the vampire counts. Okay, what has happened? My ghouls reformed, thus turning a unit by 180 degrees to face around the corner and look what's behind the corner, probably in the next turn. My vampire decided to swap units because he was very vulnerable, because only 1 graveguard stood his ground. So he left the unit and joined the ghoul regiment. In the magic phase, I was able to successfully cast Death Invocation, thus reviving 4 graveguard units, so I at least have 1 rank again. Furthermore, I successfully casted Death Macabre, so my zombies were able to move up to 8 inch towards the line of the Empire troops. Finally, my Felbets moved forward 10 inch. Yeah, actually I don't know what to do with them because they're not so strong or tough, but maybe they can
still prove useful if they do a flank
distract
attack.
the enemy. Let's see what happens in the next turns. Okay, that's the end of my second turn. Because there's no shooting and hand-to-hand combat yet, we go on to the third turn of the Empire.
So, that's in between my third turn. We have already done the magic phase. I succeeded in casting Hammer of Sigma with 3 out of my 11 dice, but it was double 6s plus somewhat, so I can't cast anything else. But I've got Hammer of Sigma. I would have preferred Shield of Faith, of course, in this battle against the undead, but I hope my warrior priest can do some damage to the necromancer. And there'll be another close combat because my swordsman charged the Felbets. My crossbowmen left their 3-inch circle of the halberdiers and therefore won't benefit from Hammer of Sigma, but I did this in order to be able to shoot because they move a fire, and they fired their crossbows at the Graveguard, scored 2 hits, both of them wounded, but Alex succeeded in both saves because of their 4+ armor. And my demigriffs and the army commander moved forwards. I wasn't able to charge because of the ruined building, but neither will they be in their third turn. Okay, let's roll some dice.
The Felbets have an initiative of 3.
My captain has got an initiative of 5, so he should strike first with I don't know about your toughness, so therefore I think I'll only use my hand
It's a
weapon
toughness 3
together with a shield. Yeah. So I've got weapon skill 5
versus 3.
and 3 attacks. So 5 versus 3 is 3 plus. Yeah, all of them.
Okay, strength toughness.
And strength 4 versus toughness.
3 is the wound. Okay, one is dead and one has 1 wound left.
Okay. And now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from the second row and 1, 2, 3 plus the champion. Just got a
What do they have for initiatives?
second. They've got initiative 3.
Okay, then we strike simultaneously.
Yeah. So I've got 10 with a weapon skill of 4. 4. This should be enough 3 plus as well. And I've got strength 3 only versus your toughness 3 is another 4 plus.
Okay, and they are dead. The one Felbet can strike back. Yes.
5.
It hits.
Yeah.
Strength 3 versus toughness 3, force to wound. No. Okay, then you can reformulate it if you want to.
So the first enemy regiment annihilated. Now it'll be more interesting because now we've got your army commander facing my warrior priest. My warrior priest has got weapon skill of 4, initiative of 4 and 2 attacks. But I don't think I will lose the opportunity to use his great weapon. So he'll strike last. I'll use my champion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And the champion might have 2 attacks. So I've got 12 models hitting your squad. And I've got hatred because of the warrior priest. 3, 6, 9, 12. Because this is the first round of combat, I may re-roll to hit dice, and because of Hammer of Sigma, I may re-roll to wound dice. Okay, my weapon skill is 3. What about yours?
As for so top is 1.
Okay. So if I've got
initiative 1, attack 1,
double weapon skill.
3 plus.
Ah. And I may re-roll these. Okay, 11 hits. I've got +1 because of the halberds, So I've got strength 4 versus your toughness
3.
So it's on a 3, and I may re-roll these because of Hammer of Sigma. 2 re-rolls. Yep. So I've got 11.
11?
11 dead.
Okay.
So I think your Necromancer might be next before my Army Commander, because I've got an initiative of 4, but I'll use my Great Weapon.
Okay, then the zombies are a total of 9 dice. And the Necromancer is 10 dice in total. Okay, they have a weapon skill of 3, of 1, sorry. So they are hit on 5s. But due to the Death Macabre, they can re-roll their to hit rolls. Oh, they're quite potent zombies.
Efficient
They're able
zombies.
to hit 6 hits, and they've got a strength of 3 versus a toughness of
3.
3, so 4 to the wound. So 4 wounds, not bad zombies.
4 wounds with a minus.
No minus.
Okay.
They're zombies at all.
So I've got a 5+ save. How many of them? 5?
4.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4. On a 5+, 2 of them. So this means 2 of my guys are dead. And then I've got my Warrior Priest left. The Warrior Priest has got a great weapon and a weapon skill of 4, and I'll attack. It's next to him. Your Necromancer. So 2 attacks, maybe on a 3. Yeah, both of them. And I've got strength 6 versus your toughness
4.
So maybe 2+.
The wound.
One of them, and I may re-roll because of Hammer of Sigma. Yeah. So this
So
would be.
I've got the Talisman of Preservation.
Yeah.
So, and it's not saved, so you've got 2 wounds.
2 out of 3, probably.
Yeah.
Okay. So I charged. I've got a banner, and I did 9 wounds.
11.
11 wounds.
12, 13 wounds.
13.
It's
So
15 plus 2 ranks. Is 17.
Okay.
I killed
2.
2 is 15. And I've got 3 rings is 12.
So it's
So 12
double.
another zombies went away. Okay, remove casualties and we'll back at the end of the 3rd turn of the vampire counts. Okay, that's the end of the 3rd turn of the vampire counts. The Graveguard marched forward, turned a little bit and marched 8-inch forward, whereas the ghouls moved 4-inch back to be out of range and sight of the Demigryph riders. In the magic phase it was quite successful. I managed to cast evocation and managed to revive 8 Graveguards in total. Furthermore, I renewed the Death Macabre for the zombie unit. In total, I were able to cast 2 spells successfully. Thus, the wizard reduced his 2 wounds. Actually, we're not sure if it's possible to gain more than 1 wound back in 1 turn, but maybe if you played it wrong in this case, you feel free to comment below the video. But in the rules there is only 1 sentence at the Law of the Vampire where it's stated for each successfully casted spell one wound is regained. So this, because of this statement, we decided that he is able to remove his 2 wound markers. Yeah, that's all for the vampire counts, and we'll back at the end of the 4th turn of the Empire.
Yeah, we've got some close combat left.
Ah, sorry, the close combat. We have to fight the close combat. Shooting, there was no shooting, of course, for the vampire counts.
So I've got 11 regular guys, including the champion. So I've got 12 attacks. My warrior priest.
It's the same as the last turn. Okay.
Not exactly the same, because now it's not the first round. Because of the hatred the warrior priest spreads towards the others, the regiment he's included in. They mustn't re-roll their failed to hit dice any longer. So we've got 6.
Okay, 3s to hit.
But they've still got the halberdiers, and they've still got the Hammer of Sigma. And this one. So, all except the 1. 11 hits. And strength 4 versus toughness 3. 3s. And I may re-roll the 1. Yeah. So 11 dead.
Okay. Then there are 6 zombies left. And the wizard, they will hit on, the wizard will hit on 4, and the zombies on 5s. But due to the dance macabre, they can re-roll their failed to hit rolls. So, I've got a total of, zombies are quite tough this battle. They got a total of 6 hits.
Yeah. And
with a strength of 3 versus toughness 3, so 4 to wound. So 4 wounds in total.
And I've got, with other save modifier.
Yeah, your basic armor.
Okay, so I've got 5 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No, 4 wounds.
4 on 5s. Oh, just a single one. So 3 dead. 1, 2, 3. But I still got more ranks. And now I've got my warrior priest left. 2 attacks with this great weapon onto your necromancer, your army commander once more. One of them hits. I've got a weapon skill of 4 and strength toughness. Yep, 6 versus somewhat. So you've got a wound unless you.
Okay, it's safe. But I think it doesn't make any difference because the whole unit is crumbled to dust. I think because I've lost. I think there were 11.
And I've lost 2.
11. You have more ranks. The banner. You've lost 3, so 8. 8 more. They are completely destroyed. Okay.
And then you have to do some special rolls.
Yeah, because the army commander is dead, but fortunately I have another vampire, so he can take the command of the army. But initially I have to roll for each regiment.
Sorry, I'm still into 40k too much.
And I think they lose immediately moral check and
the difference between
the dice roll and moral check they are left. Okay, for the ghouls, they have only a rather low moral of 5. So 8, so 3 ghouls crumble to dust, and the grave guard has a leadership of 6. So 7, so 1 more down. Okay.
And I may reform because of.
Okay.
So
That's
that's
the
the
end of
end of the Vampire Count's third turn. Okay, we're in the middle of my fourth turn. As you can see, my crossbowmen remained where they were. The unit of swordsmen moved towards the battle taking place in the middle at the left side of our battlefield after their reforming. And
we checked the line of sight and we were able to perform a flank attack into the Grave Guard.
my
Which
halberdiers.
succeeded.
And we've got the demigriffs. They moved around 11 or 12 out of the, or marched of the 14 inches movement because of the barded horse of the army commander towards the vampire. Now, on with our interesting combat. You mustn't use your shields, and I think you don't have any support attacks, so only the 1, 2, 3 of them will be able to fight, whereas I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 with my champion attacking you from the side. As it's the first 1, 2, 3, the first turn of combat, I still benefit of the hatred from my warrior priest, so I may re-roll failed to hit rolls. I've got weapon skill of 3.
Yeah, me too.
So I'll hit you on 4th. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits. I've got strength 4 because of the halberds. Against your toughness 4 is 4 plus. And I may, no, I mustn't.
3.
No psychic power.
3 wounds.
So just 3 wounds. And you may fight back with 3 of them.
I have my armor roll. So it's -1.
Just -1, so you've
Oh,
got
they saved all.
all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, congrats.
Incredible. Okay, and now only 3 of them can fight back. Okay, what is your weapon skill? Is 3?
My weapon skill is 3.
Okay. Oh, they hit all.
So 3 of them. Strength toughness.
4 versus 3.
3, so not 3.
So
Yeah. 2 of them. And it's -1, so I've only got 6 plus saves left. 2 of them.
Okay, 1 is gone.
So what a miserable flank attack.
Well, I think you easily won the combat in total
Okay.
because you charged.
I've
Have
got
a rank,
1 rank,
a banner,
a banner.
and a flank. I killed 1, have 1 rank, so I lost the combat by 2.
Okay.
So 2 more are gone.
My warrior priest hasn't fought yet, but maybe he isn't even in contact with yours, so let's leave him out. Okay, so that's the end of my 4th turn.
Okay, end of the 4th round of the Vampire Counts. Not so many units left. The first regiment of ghouls successfully declared a charge onto the Demigryph and succeeded in reaching them. The Graveguard unfortunately was unable to reform after the combat, so they remain in the flank from the Halberdiers. And in the magic phase, I successfully managed to invoke 3 ghouls.
Further ghouls. Oh.
Yeah, that's the end of the magic phase. There's no shooting phase, so just the 2 hand-to-hand combats. They both have the same initiative, so my 2 Graveguard undead soldiers attack. One of them hits with a strength of 4 versus toughness 3 is a
3 plus.
3 plus to wound, yeah. So 1
wound.
wound, minus 1.
Minus
armor.
1 is a 6 plus.
I
No.
killed 1 Halberdier.
One of them is dead.
Okay, then you can strike back.
Now I've got the champion, normal guy, a standard guy, drummer, and 3.
6 guys in total, including the
So
champion.
6 plus champion is 7.
7 attacks. I think
7.
then both weapons kill 3, so hits on 4.
And no rerolls. We've lost hatred
And
because it's the second.
Wounds on 4s as well. So
Great.
3 armor saves.
No, 4.
Oh.
Okay, 4. You're right. Sorry.
Okay, then 2 are dead.
No,
So-
I think you've got shields. Shields are another.
But do they save in flanks? You just told me in the first round it doesn't. They
You-
can't use their
You
shields.
don't have support attacks.
But we just played it the round before without shields, so I think we should. Okay, so the combat result, I've lost 2. You have 1 more rank, you have a standard, and you're in the flank. So you have a combat value of 5. I just killed 1, no rank, no whatever. So I lose additional 4 Graveguard. Okay, and after the battle I once again try to reform, but I think I need no, it's not enough because the combat results counts to the reforming roll, so I would need a double 1, I think, in this case, because I lost so many Graveguards. Okay, then the other combat, I think you strike first with your Demigryphs and maybe the Knights as well.
Yeah, this is going to be
Because of your high initiative.
quite a brutal one.
No, I think they're completely wiped out, but it doesn't make sense. If I would have stood my ground, then they will have been slaughtered next round. So
Okay.
And now I at least gain +1 for charging.
First of all, I've got my knights. They're initiative 3. So technically, your vampire is first of all. So who would you like to attack with your vampire?
Okay, but the ghouls have initiative of 3 as well. So they strike simultaneously to your knights.
Yeah.
I have 3.
And I've got my demigryphs. They've got initiative 4. So
Okay, then they
are
strike
first.
second.
And after your
The vampire. Strike. Okay. Well, he has 6 attacks with a weapon skill of 6 versus weapon skill of
And who do you attack?
the unit.
The demigryphs. Okay. So you fight weapon skill 6 versus 4. So it's.
But
4
I
plus-
think I can't decide. Well, it's not a monster on which the knights are riding. Or
Okay, and he is not next to my army commander, so it's okay. Yeah.
He strike the unit. Okay. So I have a higher weapon skill, so 3s to wound.
Yeah.
To hit, sorry.
6 attacks.
Yeah, very successful. Okay. So I've got 2 hits.
Yeah. Strings.
5.
versus toughness 3 is 2 plus.
Yeah.
2. But I've got a 1 plus save, a normal save of 1 plus, which is reduced by your strength 5 to 3 plus.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've got my shield saves. Yeah, one of them made it. And now I've got a 6 plus shield save, otherwise I've got a wound. Yeah, I've got a 1 wound.
Okay, so I've got an additional attack because of the vampire.
Yeah, you've got a wound.
Red,
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's a great power.
Red Fury.
Yeah.
Okay, he
To hit.
hits.
Okay.
And he doesn't wound.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then your Demigryphs are next.
Yeah, I think they are next. I've got 3 of them. They are weapon skill 4 versus your normals regiment.
Mm-hmm. How many attacks do they have each?
They've got 3.
So 9 attacks in total. And weapon skill 3 means 3s to hit. Oh, not so good as my vampire before. Lots of 1s and 2s.
So I've got 4.
Okay, 4 hits.
4 hits.
And they do
Strength 5.
Okay, versus toughness
Should be
4
2 plus.
is 3 plus. So
3 of
hits,
them.
3 wounds.
Oh.
Okay. Then the knights and the ghouls attack
Mm-hmm.
the same. So I've got a ghoul champion which has 3 attacks,
Mm-hmm.
and then I've got additional 14 attacks.
Yeah, double attacks in the first row plus single ones from the second.
So that's for the champion. From the first row, the additional 3, and then 5 for the second row.
What's your weapon skill? I've got 4.
Weapon skill is 3,
So 2 5.
so 4 to wound, to hit.
Okay.
Oh, that's not good. Okay. Then there's only a strength of 3.
Versus toughness 3.
But don't you have to use a toughness 4 for the Demigryphs? I think.
I'm not sure.
Oh, I think
I
so.
think it's on the knight, but I think you may use the wounds, but let's just roll.
But it doesn't. It doesn't affect the roll because the 2 6s have hit as well. So
Okay.
2 hits,
So 2 hits.
but with no save modifier.
Yeah. So I've got 2 1 plus saves.
So no wound.
Yeah.
Okay, then your knights can strike back.
Now I've got 4 attacks. 1 attack for the normal knights, and 2 attacks for my preceptor. So I've got a weapon skill of 4. So it should be 3s.
Okay, all hit.
Yeah. I don't have lances because I didn't charge, but I've got normal weapons, so it's strength 4.
That's a toughness 4, one means 4 to wound.
Yeah.
So 1 more down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I
And
charge.
then I've got my army commander.
It's on the Demigryph or.
These were just demigryphs
Yeah.
and the knights.
But
But
is
I've
he-
got my
is he in
army
close combat?
commander, his horse, and I've got the storms left.
But is he
Okay.
in close combat? I don't know.
Yeah.
From the.
Okay, we can leave this one,
But the storms,
Yeah,
yeah, of course.
but we've got storms left.
Okay,
The storms will automatically hit, and they're at strength 5.
3 of them for each
Yeah.
Demigryph. Okay. So 3s to wound.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, additional 2. So, okay, well, I charged, I caused 1 wound,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that's it.
Yeah. I've got a banner.
I got a banner and killed a total of 6.
6. Yeah.
7 minus 2 is 5, so 5 more ghouls crumble to the ground. Okay, that's the end of 84 this comment. Oh yes, before the time. Okay, that's the end of my 4th round. I will back at the 5th round of the Empire.
Okay, now we are in my 5th turn. The crossbowmen just moved sidewards a little. They surged forwards in order to be able to help their brethren, just in case. During the magic phase, I succeeded in casting Hammer of Sigma as well as Shield of Faith, which should provide them with a 5+ save. And they, of course, remained in battle. Okay, no shooting to be done as all of the enemy forces are engaged. So let's do the close combat over there first. I've got, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, or 6.
Yeah, sure, because they're both.
I've got a champion, but the warrior priest is over there. Okay.
They are the nearby models as well.
So it's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay.
I've got a weapon skill of 3.
4th to hit. 4th to wound, as ever.
But because of the Hammer of Sigma, I may re-roll the failed to wound rolls later on. So I've got 3.
4th to wound.
And I re-roll these.
Okay, 2 wounds. And 2 armor saves. -1.
Yeah.
Okay, then 2 are dead.
You've got... Yeah.
And then 1 can strike back, hit, wound. Oh, and I think...
You've got the death blower.
Oh, I've forgotten the whole game. They have poison attacks as well. The wounds. Okay, but I think it doesn't make any difference. Okay.
So let's just roll. I've got you've got strength 4, so I've got a 6+ save. No.
Okay, the 1 is
Followed
dead.
by a parry. No. I remove one of them.
I think I can remove the whole regiment because you killed 2.
I think they might
with 1 regiment, flank, and so on, and so on, and so forth. Okay, then the last close combat. I think then the game is ended. Okay, the vampire can attack first.
Never underestimate your vampire.
Okay, he hits
It's a great result.
with all his attacks because I... Oh no. Okay, this one not 3s.
You fight the normal squad. Okay.
Strength 5 versus toughness 3 is 2.
3?
2's to wound, so 5 wounds in total.
5 wounds.
-2. So 3's to save. 5. 5 save with 3+.
Oh, you're lucky.
3 are failed.
Because I've already had 1 wound. These are 1, 2, 3 additional ones, but I've got some shield saves left. So let's try 3 on 6s. 1. So I've been dealt another 2 wounds.
Okay.
One of them is dead.
Okay, that was my vampire. Then the demigryphs are next.
I've got 2 demigryphs left with a weapon skill of 4 against your normal squad.
4 versus 3. 3's to hit.
Okay, so I've got 6 attacks.
But the vampire can... How many wounds have I? Cost 2.
Yeah, I think.
Okay, so he has 2 additional attacks.
Okay.
Due to his Red Fury, both of them hit. 2 stuff, both wound. So
another 2
saves. 2
saves on 3+.
Yeah, okay,
5
that's
and
it.
3.
Then your 6 attacks by the demigryphs.
1, 2.
3's to hit. Okay, 4 hits. Then how many wounds do they? What do they have for strength?
Strength 5.
Okay, 5 plus toughness 4 is 3 2 wounds. So 1 zombie is dead. Then the 2 remaining zombies and the knights
simultaneously to my knights.
Okay, so I'll hit on a 4.
3 hits. Okay.
3 hits. And 1 is cause automatically wound healing to poison attacks. And then strength 3 versus toughness
3. 4 plus.
So 1 more.
So we've got 2. So I've got 2 normal armor saves at strength.
No modifier.
So it's 1 plus.
Okay. That's saved. Then you can strike back.
So my knights go first.
2 knights.
Champion among them. So 3 attacks on 3s.
Yeah.
All of them. Strength 4 versus toughness
4 plus. Okay.
1 of them. And then we've got the stomp attacks and my army commander.
Stomp attack.
Oh no, not my army commander, because it's located at the,
I think it's
the utmost side.
They crumble maybe at the end now.
So let's do some stomps. Strength 5, they automatically hit. It's only strength toughness.
5, okay, then
2 of them.
this one is dead as well. And what do they have for a strength value?
Strength 5.
I think you roll a 4 and 6. So 1 wound on the vampire. But I lost the combat by, I don't know, 3. Do you have a banner?
I've got a banner.
Even 4, so then the whole unit crumbles to the ground. And in real life they crumble as well on the floor.
Yeah, you should never.
So congratulations, Marcus, on this stunning victory for the Empire. They
Thank you.
were
It wasn't
able.
stunning. I was lucky.
They were able to repel the
because of your miscount.
the vampire counts and take revenge for the burnt down village in Sylvania.
Let me show you something. This is
that?
the only way of playing correctly.
Without harming your villages.
Use units packed in boxes. You can still prove they are there probably. And nobody nobody will ever be able to harm your minis. Okay, so we are looking forward to lots of other games around 1000, 1500, 2000 and so on.
But maybe in the weeks to come because
the battle
there's
bunker is
much
still
work to do at the moment, so we have not so much spare time to play war games. But as soon as we have time, of course, we try to play at least some small battles to entertain you.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, and feel free to comment. Bye for now.